Today, students must be global citizens.
We really want our students to understand the whole world.
It may open a way for them to know the outside world.
Our lives are not what they were 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Our lives are international.
Learning the language of Mandarin Chinese will fundamentally change the way our students see the world.
My name is Dr. Naomi Ludeman Smith, and I'm the director of the Confucius Institute at Northern State University in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Our primary purpose is to teach Mandarin Chinese and about Chinese culture, all the beautiful traditional arts and practices and holidays of China.
I've known about the Confucius Institute for a long time and have seen it at other universities and was quite impressed with what those institutions were able to do, and became engaged in the inquiring of how one is able to sponsor one on their campus.
So I was an exchange student here, and then I learned Northern State University want to be a globalized university. I actually proposed to Dr. Smith about the whole idea to have a Confucius Institute in Aberdeen.
Northern State has a long history of working with international students, so the Confucius Institute made logical sense.
My name is Liu Min, and I am a Chinese instructor here. I teach Chinese 101 in Confucius Institute of Northern State University. I've enjoyed to be one of the members of it, and my students, they show great interest in knowing not only the language, but only the culture.
The more you learn the language, the more you understand the people, the culture, and its history.
One of the initiatives that drew the Confucius Institute to Northern is that we have a Center for E-Learning.
The e-learning center here at Northern State University offers classwork to over 1,000 students throughout K-12. I think the opportunities here are far greater than the students know them to be.
My name is Yan Chen. I serve as the liaison between Northern State University and the University of Jinan, China. We work together and create a lot of programs that will benefit the students and the faculty. There are a lot of opportunities for NSU professors to come to China to visit for short-term or long-term.
As the chair of the International Business Department, I thought it was important for me to understand what we were dealing with getting involved with the Confucius Institute. I knew nothing about China before I went. The only thing I knew was what I read and what I heard on TV. And when I got there, it was so different. My eyes were open to a unique new culture that I thought was really impressive. I had a great time.
Well, there were so many highlights in China. What I found really profoundly important about the trip to China was the relationship with the University of Jinan, getting to know the deans and the teachers and the administrators there.
My wife and I, we host 2 Chinese students. They're actually from Jinan, and we met them when we were in Jinan. A few weeks ago, our students, our host students, were telling us how much they missed home and their home food. So we came up with this idea to host a hot pot at our house and let the Chinese students bring their own food from China into our house so that they could cook the food that they missed.
So this was an evening of great food, and then there was just laughter and discussions and creating new friendships and deepening those that were already there. It was a spectacular evening.
This year, a delegation of 5 scholars from the University of Jinan came to Rapid City to present their own scholarship.
And it was an absolute delight this year to have our friends from the University of Jinan, who are our partners in the Confucius Institute, join us for the International Business Conference. We go to Rapid City for that conference for many reasons, one of which is to see the depth of interest our students have in international business, and also the tourism draw for people all around the world.
I search on Google and I know Rushmore. But when I see it in person, I'm still very, I'm shocked. It's so huge, more than I imagined.
During our Rapid City tour, we did a really special thing for them. We took them to a pawn shop and bought Black Hill Gold, which is really unique for Rapid City and for South Dakota. It's their first experience to actually discuss the price difference, and they really did enjoy it.
The Confucius Institute does a lot of different things on campus. For example, they had the 3 Tours performance a few months back, and that was absolutely incredible.
Students and faculty came to us from China, from Beijing, to perform, and we did it during homecoming week.
You can sit at home and watch America's Got Talent, or you can go to a live event. And in many ways, the amount of talent that went on in that particular production was absolutely stunning.
The 3 Tours performance is exactly the kinds of things that we want to bring to the region, because it brings not just the students, but it's the entire community of all ages. Our future with the Confucius Institute for further activities like the 3 Tours performance are endless.
The Boys and the Girls Club is an excellent example for Confucius Institute to be involved in community activities.
There are almost 200 children there, and it was fun playing with them and the words, teaching them how to say hello in Chinese, and then learning about Peking opera. They made Peking opera masks. It was a delight.
Every year in Northern, we have the Culture Fest, and this year we have the Confucius Institute booths. We did a lot.
In our booth, we offered traditional Chinese experiences such as the service of tea, and we also had people practicing their name in calligraphy.
We brought nearly 600 students to campus. Students from all over the state of South Dakota, certainly all over the region of Northeast South Dakota, to see those cultures come alive.
I believe that the Confucius Institute, by its simple being, affords all of us this extra connection that we never had before.
I think the future of NSU and the Confucius Institute together is a very strong one.
I think we may have a lot to do and to make Confucius Institute to develop day by day.
The Confucius Institute is clearly part of our growing plan. The opportunities that I invite you to investigate are countless. Make sure to check out the Confucius Institute. It really will give you an opportunity to see the world.